This is Glasgow, a European city of culture. The Institute of Counselling was established here in September 1985. Expansion has been tremendous, with now over 5,000 students. Its founding aim is to provide education and training in counselling skills, specifically within a clinical, pastoral and Christian context. We specialise in adult education, with personal and professional development to the caring professions and carers. This is accomplished by distance learning, courses, seminars and summer schools. Our popular counselling skills courses are at certificate and diploma level, ranging from 6 months to 2 years. One, identify active listening skills used by the counsellor. 2, recognise cultural differences experienced by the client. 3, how did you feel as a listener at each session? In this session, Neil actively listens to Ming's story of her experience as a staff nurse, working in a hospital within Scottish culture. Pick up on ways Neil helps the client to explore her feelings about work experience. Neil listens for shared facts and reflects them to Ming. Notice how she is able to clarify and broaden her story as she reflects on Neil's responses.
What was the experience like coming from Hong Kong to here?
Oh, it's very big difference. I feel very, very big difference. Well, the weather is the first problem to me because it feels so cold. And the second is the culture, I think, especially when I'm working in, with people. So I have so much problems, in the culture more than other things, I think.
Right. Yeah. So working as a nurse and then the problems with the culture.
Yeah, I think now I'm working as a nurse, and I think the problem is the language barrier. And also the culture, the custom.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand, so it's not easy for me to cope with the patients every day.
Right.
Yeah. And it gives me quite a big pressure.
So that there's pressure because of difference in the culture?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I was not trained in this country, I was trained in Hong Kong. So some systems actually is totally different, the working way, And also they use the terms. Some is also different. So when I use another term, they say, what's that? And when they use that one, I say, don't understand. So I have to use to the system, involved in the working.
Right.
So it's more than just the patients and me, and also another staff with me at the same time.
Right. Is there any other issues that come into it when you're working?
I just feel my self-image is very low. I say, you have worked for a long time in Hong Kong and you have a good experience, no matter knowledge or manage with people. But why, when you come here the first day, you feel yourself just so foolish and so stupid? You simply just stand there and you can't do anything. I mean, I just have that kind of feeling, very, very, And then I will start to have no confidence, And when I have no confidence, no matter speaking or working, and I feel very no motivation.
Yeah, almost as if being in that situation is debilitating in some way.
And I just feel myself incapable, unable to do anything.
Yeah. So you feel sort of incapable and unable because
of the language barrier, of the people's customs or cultures. I mean, that kind of things mix up together, the systems.
Right. So when you were in Hong Kong, your self-esteem was quite high?
Yes, very high. I think even in Hong Kong, the hospital is very, very busy, but I can manage very well, and I feel happy. I enjoy working. But now it's not so busy as I expected, but I can't manage, and I just feel I'm just like handicapped.
Right.
You know, and I say, why I can't? Because of my language barrier. You know? And how can I improve it? How can I solve the problems? I will feel in that way, and I will look forward, you know, to improve or something.
In what way does Neil show he is actively listening?
So there's the stress of agency nurses coming in and out?
Yeah.
And
I feel in that way.
stress of the language?
Yes.
Cultures, systems, customs?
Because I feel lonely when I'm working my own, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a sort of isolation.
Well, not isolation, but I just feel myself.
Your inner self? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. They are not isolate me, but I just feel...
Isolated?
No, because I'm just the only one staff nurse, and other the students or the care assistants.
Yeah.
When I have something I want to ask, I don't know how to ask which one.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in Hong Kong, at least we have 3 or 4 staff nurses work in one shift.
Yeah.
You know, you have the same level and can get help or something. But here, I don't think so in this country. Of course, we can share the stress together in Hong Kong. You know, 3 nurses come in one shift, and then if we have something wrong, we just share and, you know, under the same stress, but 3 of us. But now you just feel your own, you just feel yourself, oh, I feel like that way. And I don't think they feel like that way.
Yeah.
And I don't think they can understand my feeling.
Right.
Because they're not me, and they're not my culture, not, you know, from a foreign country.
And the sense I'm getting between us, the sort of immediacy sense I'm getting is that there is this isolation that you're feeling, but they have not isolated you.
Actually, yes, but I just felt myself. I just felt myself in that feeling.
Sort of picking that up.
Yeah, I feel in that way. Yeah.
Right. So where do you feel you are today with that? How long have you been in this country?
It's nearly 4 years.
4 years. Yeah. So where do you feel you are today? With handling all these, you know, the culture, the systems, the language, the customs, the feeling of self-isolation?
I don't feel isolation before until I start my job. You know, it's different.
Yeah.
Because I did some studying before, and when you are studying, I think it's totally different when you're working. Right,
yeah.
I think the responsibility. Feeling.
Right. So if we could sort of contrast that, perhaps there's a community when you study, isn't there? You know, you sort of all want to pass, or most of them want to pass.
I think when you are studying, and your responsibility just to finish the course, or you try your best because you're looking forward to graduate or something. You know, to finish your course. And the students, they would like to help you, or, you know. But when you're working, you have full responsibility for what you have to do, you know. And people try to help you, but they can't, you know, because they don't understand your feeling and what's the problem yourself.
Perhaps at this time I could sum up what I feel has came across. Also, I've got this feeling that I want to sum up the strengths that you have. Being here 4 years, you know, and having worked through what you have worked through.
Yeah.
You know, you've been very specific and clear in what you've said to me about the language and about the customs, about the culture, about the systems and the contrasting between the Hong Kong system and the Scottish system. And then the feeling of self-isolation. The positive factors that I've picked up are the fact that you're a survivor.
Yeah, I'm still surviving.
You're still surviving. You have a tremendous objectivity of being able to look at what the situation is. And I think you have a lot to give as a staff nurse.
What are the cultural conflicts you identified from the client? Active listening enables you to build a positive, trusting relationship with the client because you show empathic understanding. This is part of Stage 1 exploration skills used in the EGAN model. Advanced empathy is a Stage 2 skill, where the client reflects on his or her insights and feelings and moves towards understanding. The counsellor reflects implied facts and feelings. It's important to know the difference between empathic understanding and advanced empathy. Here you see the full EGAN model, showing how the counsellor works with the client from Stage 1, empathic understanding, to Stage 2, advanced empathy, then Stage 3, action. You may be wondering, how do the counselling skills, levels of empathy, and counselling models come together in a counselling session? Taking counselling skills first. You may remember from Counselling in Perspective, we have a cyclic process. Next, we have the empathy levels. And finally, we include the counselling models that we will look at today. Now, bringing the skills, empathy levels, and models together, we have a counselling framework.